So once again, good evening to everybody. And now we are going and proceeding with the second round of this mega speech competition. So now Pari would tell you that how it is going to be and how we structured it and what is the rules and the format of the second round and who will be the participant for the second round. So we already informed you in the very first round that 6 participants already eliminated and the 6th participant will proceed with the second round. So hope you guys will understand, and the participants who will be eliminated in the first round, they really did well. Each one of you did very well work. Even I would say that insightful knowledge you guys shared with us, it was an amazing part of that debate, Thank you so much for such a wonderful experience and wonderful speeches as well. I really liked, and I hope my co-host also liked it. So Pari, would you like to proceed with the rules and format of this second round?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Khushi. And once again, a very warm good evening to all of you. So, in the second round, which is the roundtable discussion, in the second round, the selected 6 participants will have 20 minutes for a group discussion. So, guys, remember that each participant should speak just for 3 minutes. Do not try to consume other people's time and collapse with each other's words. Your thoughts and ideas should be based on the cue card questions in the well-structured and organized manner. I hope you guys will follow the instructions and will go accordingly. Khushi, would you like to reveal the name of the selected participants?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I would say that participants who are going to be for the second round and they will proceed with the second round. The first one, Lord himself. Second one, Scarlett. Third one, Moyon. Fourth, Samira. Fifth, Krishna. And sixth, Swayam. I repeat, Lord, Scarlett, Moyon, Samira, Krishna, Swayam. These are the participants who will proceed with the second round. Thank you so much, each and everybody who took part and shows their courage and enthusiasm towards the speech competition. We really loved and looking forward to your next participations in the next speech competition as well. Thank you so much to each of you. So now I guess we already declared the names who is going to proceed with the second round. So in the gap of, so now we will be having in this second round, we have cue card questions as well. And we will be sharing in this group, in this main group. Hope you guys will see and have a glance on it. And your answer should be well structured in the very concise manner and based on these questions as well. Hope everybody understand. If anything, guys, have a good combination with each other. While speaking, do not overlap with your others' words. If you will overlap and try to take more time, so definitely it can lead you to detect your marks. Not only detect your marks, it can lead you that you are trying to take line side time as well. So try to just take your own time, give others time to speak about the topic as well. Thank you so much. So your time starts. Wait a moment. So Pari, shall we start for the second round?
Yeah, we should. Yeah, I hope the participants are ready. So guys, get yourself ready. Khushi, now you can start the timer.
Firstly, let us know that are those participants are present here?
Yeah, sure.
Shwaya, Scarlett, Lord himself, Samira, Moyon, Krishna.
Yes.
Are you guys here?
Yes, I am present here. Lord himself.
Okay. Krishna, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I am here.
Okay. Moyon?
Yes, ma'am, I am here.
Okay. Samira?
Yeah, I'm here.
Scarlett?
Yes, ma'am, I am here.
Okay. I'm just starting the timer right now. Proceed with your second round.
Sorry for the interruption. Can you please again tell me? Actually, I was not there. I just joined. Like, what I have to do?
You guys need to have a discussion for 20 minutes.
Okay. For that topic, right?
Yep.
Okay,
and you can
thank
see
you.
question as well. How can we make India more safe for women?
Okay, so to improve the support system against psychological and social impact of gender-based violence on women. First of all, the first thing came to in my mind is like the police reforms and support system could improve. I mean, there's a lot of police officers just to so that there's not any impact in their career. They don't want to fill their FIR investigation and search it. So there is many incidents which are hidden. I mean, which are not even registered in the FIR. So large scale, impactful training, robust standard operating procedure for filling FR is needed. So we need some good police regarding that. And second thing is like we should have the speedy justice. So what do you think, my fellow participant? Would you like to add any more points?
I would like to add some
Statement
more
what you
point
have
in.
said.
Yes, you can, Moyon.
Okay. So if we really want to make India safe, then we should not consider it's just a single once incident. It is we should consider is all our we are consider it is our connected or some just a
Okay, Shram, you also
no
would like
sorry.
to.
Oh,
So, so from the very point or the question that is dealing here that we have to focus upon, that manufacturing or nourishment is the very essential part that is required to be focused upon. And simultaneously, the environment that is really being delivered to that specific child. If you are going to see when the statement that is used by the me, that a person who is will and all the stuff, there's the nurturing what really he has gained in the family. If you have gone through a process of a good nurturing, if you have gone through the process of understanding that what is really the responsibility towards the sister for towards every girl, that is something which is going to bring you one step forward for understanding these in a very practical manner. And simultaneously, if you are going to the second aspect of the question, the social impact that it talks about. For the same social impact, we have to see that how really when any of the activity a man is performing against the woman, what types of perception that he is having? Is the perception of showing the supremacy, or is the perception of just okay this stance transformation that is taken in the psychology of a child person? So till a very large extent, we are going to see whole lot of the process are involved in that. To a large some extent, we have seen the people just for showing the supremacy, they are doing the taken place. Take the example for the another aspect if you're going to see what exactly happened the Manipur incident. So the psychological aspect is the initial one, and which is some of the foundation of all the activities which are going to emerge in the coming future. So that is required to be understood. Please.
Yes. Yeah, you talk about that. Even I feel like that in our country that the POSH and postcode these kinds of laws are already there to so that there's nothing like these incidents happen. Even though these things are happening, so I think we need to improve it more. And there's so many criminal acts are already there. But before that, Samira and Lord, I think, would you like to put your views?
okay. So, now I
Yeah,
want to
sure,
share my
sure.
opinion.
I would like, sorry, yeah. I would like to share my opinions on Swayam and Scarlett's point, which I heartily agree with them actually. And in terms of supporting the psychological debacles of such a horrific incident, there are already so many NGOs that are working in the AIDS. Situations like Sakhi Yojana, these are there for the community-based initiative to actually support the mental strain that is perpetrated on the victim of such a crime. So these things are already there in place, but just the thing is that the coverage of such programs is very minimal as compared to the number of cases that are there. And also such cases do not cover the problems in rural areas. It is only limited to the civil and urban area. So that is one of the part of the problem. We can simply improve this thing, and with the help of AI, we can actually create models and programs which can act like a therapist, personal custom therapist for the person who have faced a sort of horrific incidents. So I do agree with the points of Siam and Scarlett. This will be a very good initiative because with the help of technology, we can reach to the people whom we cannot reach manually. So yeah, these are my points on that.
Yes, these points are really crucial, we can say. And even I just want to say something like recently I watched a video where the lady's foreigner, she mentioned that she don't want to visit India just because of the staring and touching issues. And she's just saying, she just said that she just want to wear full sleeve dresses so that no one staring at her. So it's really so bad, I can say. And I feel like that for touching and staring also there are some laws. I mean, if someone is staring you badly, it's also one kind of rape, because as a woman we also feel the same thing. So there could be some laws implemented regarding this, so that these problems gone. I mean, so that people can easily speak. I mean, especially women can easily speak. As I told earlier, like in police station also, there's could be a lot of lady police, so that the victim don't feel hesitate to speak whatever happened to her. And one more point is like if it's proved that the semen is belong to this particular patient, I think that patient at that very moment have give just give the order to just kill him. I mean, just by doing anything, just hanging him or something like that. So, and if it's more crucial, I mean, more dangerous, then only people feel scared to do these kinds of things. Yeah, sorry for taking a lot of time. So who would like to go next? Moyon and Samira, you
May
also
I?
left. Yes, Krishna.
I okay, Krishna, go ahead.
Okay, so I do concur with my peers' opinion. So, how to improve the support system? So, we can say we can follow a multifaceted approach that address cultural, social, legal, and educational aspects. So, first we need to start from our home, like upbringing of our children. So, we need to treat both the gender in equal manner. So, gender equality should be there so that boys will also know that we both are equal. There is no difference between girls and boys. So it starts from our home, from my side. And along with this, we can strengthen legal framework and enforcement. Like we can make some strict laws so that criminal will, they will have some fear while doing such kind of heinous crime. And police reform should be there. Like recently, we can see that police is not doing anything. So police reform and accountability should be there. One, we think that now government has to do everything, but from our side we need to take some collective responsibility so that our country will understand that what is going on around us. And we can work on educational and awareness, like some campaign campaign we can run, and self defense to teach our girls that how to do self defense and all. So this training we can provide them. And gender sensitization should be there. We can teach in school and colleges, like sex education and what is good touch and bad touch. So we can start from the starting, uh, from the upbringing of a child, as well as like Lord himself, he was talking about the technology. So yes, technology and innovation. So we can make some safety apps. There are some safety apps, but there are so many girls, they are not aware of it, especially in rural areas. So safety apps should be there, tracking, so that we can track the location of girls, and social media monitoring. So these kind of things we can do, and as well as like urban planning and infrastructure, like in urban, but now these days we can say only urban or rural. But yes, safety, like public, uh, safer public space should be there. Like in Nirbhya's case, we can see that how in public transportation that incident happened. So safety place should be there, and we can say safe transportation, shelter. So all these things should be there to improve the support system.
Yes,
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
sure.
all.
Krishna.
Sorry for the interruption, guys.
Mhm.
Kindly go through the new updated questions in the chat box and discuss on that.
Okay. But Samira, would you like to put any point? Because you left.
Oh, please menstruate in public institutions. Points on current uh, or the previous one?
Previous one as well. Whatever you like.
Oh, okay. Actually, I want to agree with Swam and Lord himself, their views. I really agree with their points. The thing is, we have laws. We can easily like this. We can spread the awareness among the people around us and social in our society, communities, and the people. That's pretty good, okay. But it's also important to have strong laws that are, I mean, the laws that are properly enforced. Okay, so India has laws to protect women. That's very good. But the problem is in making sure they are followed. We need quicker and more effective legal processes so that those who harmed women are punished swiftly, quickly. Okay, so police and laws enforcement need proper training. Okay, and should be held. Um, uh, I mean, responsible for protecting women. Okay, so a
Okay.
legal system that women can trust is key to making the country more safer, I think.
Okay, thank you. To ensure the safety of women in workplaces, streets, and public institutions, I feel like the best protection any woman can have is courage. First of all the women should have the courage to face their situation, and we are aware that there's a lot of self-defense technique. As a women, we should try our best to learn those so that no one else can harm us and we don't need help of others even though it's difficult. At least we should give our 50 100%, and after that whatever is there. So, and girls should have the sexual harassment policy. This is also a very good thing. I mean, I mean, we don't know what will happen to with us next because we are aware of that incident. She is a very good doctor, even though this thing happened to her. So it could be like happen to anyone. So it's better for us to at least invest some time to learn the self defense so that we feel protect in any space in any workplace or something, so that we can raise our voice against the violence. And what about your views, guys?
Okay, please, now it's my turn. I want to express my thought on that. So I think if we are working at any institution or any company, any private sector, so if there are some voices, I mean there are boys and girls both are working there together. So work. I mean, we should teach them. I mean, we should teach them. If you are seeing a single girl, that is not a opportunity for you. It's our responsibility to make her feel safe wherever we go, in a workplace, in a private institution, or in a street as well. I mean, if we are reading, I mean study in a school or in a college, then we should we should add something in our curriculum that sex education is most important nowadays in a current scenario. And the technology helps a lot, as Lord himself and Swam mentioned. I agree these points, and I think we should take some quick action against such a kind of crime, so the culprit thinks twice, thrice before committing such kind of crimes. And we should mention, I mean, our government should prohibit pornography, because nowadays we have the internet connection and the access of pornography a lot. So when we are seeing, we are consuming such kind of contents, so this is our mentality of ourselves. So we should prohibit such kind of pornography. And I have mentioned some points. I mean, there is a case, there is a boy who was watching something related to porn, and she did, I mean, he did these things to her own sister. And I mean, what? And the boy is around the 11-year-old, and her sister is around 8-year-old. And what was the mentality of that young boy? He was committing such crimes. And I think we should move something in the curriculum, that is, I mean, for girls we should training, so they can train girls for defense classes, so she can protect themselves in such kind of adverse situation. And in the workplace we should increase the security level, guards and CCTV cameras as well, so they feel more secure and safe in their workplace and the private institution there they are working. Yeah, what's your opinion on that? Am I
Yes,
audible?
That India,
yes, you are.
India as a
Okay.
country is having the multiple laws. If you are going to follow them, the from the very starting, if you are going to talk about the law which has come with regard to the protection of women in the workforce of the Factories Act 1948, the law of the equal recruitment of 1976. On simultaneously, if you are going to move forward, the law which has come into existence in 2030 with the same intention of prevention, prohibition, and redressal with regard to the sexual offense which is taken with the women, and also the Maternity Benefit Act of 1961. All the law is having some fundamental entity. That entity is that how to create a comfortable environment for the women so that they can work properly without any types of hindrance and the barrier which are going to arise. Simultaneously, we can also say is that before doing all this stuff, we have to be also very much conscious enough that when the movement is moving outward, we have to create an environment like what? Environment like so that people can be familiar. One thing in a very straightforward manner, that there is some law that is present here, and the strict approach and the of execution of the law should be done. Because till a large extent we have witnessed that even the when women approach to case against that specific person or hierarchy, she is not able to get that justice. That is also become the cause of demoralization for the woman. So we have to be very conscious enough the superiority and the hierarchy which is existing in the justice system or providing justice should be transparent and accountable enough. Yeah, please carry on.
I think we should try covering from the very root of these issues. Like, I think we should teach our children from a very young age about respect, equality, and the importance of consent. Okay, and schools and communities can help break down harmful stereotypes and encourage open conversations about these issues. So, by changing how people think and behave, we can reduce violence against women over time. And of course, there is, as I told, like there are there we can make 1,000 of rules for sure, but we is our responsibility to make sure the right implementation of those rules in the right time. Yeah, we should go ahead with this.
Sorry to interrupt, but there is another question. You guys can check it out in the chat section.
Okay, okay. Mm-hmm.
I'll continue with it. You guys have only 2 minutes, not more than that. Be remember.
Yeah,
Lord
sure.
himself.
I
Yes.
think
Yes.
men should. Can I explain on this?
Question of
I think
life.
men should not
Mayun,
use
just
the.
allow me to speak over here as well.
What
So
actually is
Okay, okay.
harming men
regarding
to
the problem, I feel that instead of it being a problem of law not being there or judiciary not being efficiently, it is actually more about the surety of punishment. We often hurl arguments like there should be public death penalty or death penalty ultimately for people, but the thing is that there is no direct correlation between death penalty and deterrence of the crime, because as long as there is no surety that the person who is going to get caught for such crime is going to get convicted, there is no point of having a punishment. Out of 100 cases, only 27% of the cases are actually treated and conviction is made in those cases. So in order to actually eradicate this problem, we should focus upon maintaining and making the conviction rate higher, and that is the primary, you can say, area that we have to work upon. Also, Thomas Hobbes gives the theory of deterrence, theory of punishment. He also mentioned that it is not that the punishment is going to stop the crime, it is the surety of getting convicted and punished, whatever is the punishment, that is going to actually stop people from committing crimes. And it can also discourage as well. So we should only focus upon making a more sustainable, more sufficient, and a judiciary and law enforcement. That should be our focus instead of getting for these fancy ideas like capital punishment and public hanging. So yeah, that is my view on this as well.
We should not
I
be
think
only
capital
preaching but
punishment
also
should be there. Capital punishment should be there for that kinds of crime. It can be an exemplary punishment. I mean, we should make sure these punishment, especially for those kinds of decent or shitty works, especially because yeah, that's it.
I
Hey
think
guys,
we.
so justice
hold on,
the
everyone.
justice now,
Guys, your
ultimately
time's
the
up.
principle practices
Shwayam,
the
your time's up. You guys will already get 20 minutes and you are done with it. And I'm really glad that you guys had a really very good combination with each other. We're not overlapping with each other words, not collapsing with each other's words. We really like the combination, the way you guys did it. It was not like a Tom and Jerry, you guys fighting with each other. I really thought that this might lead a mess up, but the way you guys had a good compatibility and giving chance to each other and sharing a insightful, profound knowledge with the depth data was an, I would say, amazing part of this debate. This was something which was kind of hinder for me, that in the GD round there would be something which can be hinder for us, that there will be people who will be interrupting again and again. But you guys shows the maturity level of yours. Not only shows that how well researched you are, how insightful you are, how profound knowledge you have, you shows the good compatibility with a good group discussion. So I really like the way you speak, the way you raise the points, the way you guys given a well researched points with us. So I would say this was an amazing part, which I could see even more than better than earlier one as well. Thank you so much to each of you, and thank you so much for sharing such a valuable points with us. So Pari, would you like to say something about them?
Khushi, it very true. You said well that it was such a thoughtful and respectful discussion tonight, and such a thrilling round we had just now, and everybody equally excelled in showcasing their exceptional skills. It was truly captivating and commendable job everybody done. Thank you so much, guys, and we truly enjoyed it and learned a lot. So now the times come that of the third round.
Yeah, give me a
anyone?
minute. Yeah, Sherliey.
Okay.
So give me a minute. So folks, like as we know, we experience GD right now, and I believe that while discussion, it was not at all appropriate. Okay, like inappropriate means like somewhere somebody stood up twice, but somewhere someone didn't get a chance at all. Okay, even though questions were there, like after first question, second question was there, you guys were not at all attentive. You didn't saw the chat section at all. Okay, so that is why even though in the third round one question was to be asked as per the instruction and format, but there will be a little changes since there is unequal distribution of chance or opportunity given in this GD. Okay, so 2 questions per person would be asked by the host, that is Pari and Khushi, and earlier it was 1, but now it would be 2. Okay, so 6 people need, each one will get 2 questions. Okay, Pari, Khushi?
Sherliey, but
Sure,
we
Sherliey.
just got only 6 questions for the 6 participants.
No, it's
We
all
are
right. I'll give you the questions.
Okay, sure.
Yep.
So, Pari, can we proceed and for this with the second round?
Yeah, for sure. So guys, get yourself ready for the third round. And before that, I would like to explain the rules. As you guys already aware of it, that the third round is all about devil's advocate round. So in round 3, each participant will receive a question from the hosts. Not one question, but the 2 questions they are gonna get from us. And you guys have to answer it within 2 minutes. All right, Khushi?
Yeah. Okay, so Sherliey, are you there?
Yes, give me a minute. I'm providing you with the questions, okay?
Okay. So till then we can proceed with the I would say Pari with 2 questions with each participant.
Right.
Okay. So Selvi?
Yeah, sure. So who is the first one?
The first one would be Scarlett. Scarlett, are you there? I guess he is not. So might be not
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So Scarlett, are you ready for your 2 questions?
Okay, so per question, I have 2 minutes.
For 1 question, you have 2 minutes. For 2 questions, you have 4 minutes.
Okay, ma'am. You can ask.
Sherliey?
Yes, you can.
Wait a moment. Sherliey?
All right. Let me ask questions, okay? Sorry, I'm giving you questions. You can see the group, okay? Both of you can see the group.
Okay, let me check it out. Yeah, for each question we will be giving 2 minutes, isn't it? For each participant it will be 4 minutes to answer their questions within 2 minutes of each question. Okay, so now I'm going to ask. Scarlett, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, listen me very carefully. Let me start the timer. Okay, what responsibility do men have in combating harassment and changing the societal norms that perpetuate it? Let me repeat it. What responsibility do men have in combating harassment and changing the societal norms that perpetuate it?
Okay, thank you so much for asking this question. Men, mostly men are good, but those men who are not lining it and doing this mistake, for them, I just want to say like they should have good environment from their early age. When they are child, they should not have a view of the violence. If their parents are like having the violence, then the kid learn these things only, and eventually he become a criminal. So the main thing is when a when a child born, it's duty of their parents how to grow him up. Second, in school, in society, or in anywhere, they should not treat woman or girl as a object. They should feel like okay, they are also human being. We need to respect him, and we need to think like that they're also human like us. They are not any object, because we have noticed most of the people, not most, I mean there's some, I mean, who have this kind of mentality. They think that human is a object, and that's why they feel like that we can use it as whatever we want. And and this third thing is that the girls also have to treat themselves like in that way only. Like they should not pretend that okay, they are just the object and are just investing their time in looking good. I mean, they should have the self defense. They should know how to talk to a boy, not only about these things which we have. I mean, we should have a uh, good topic to discuss about, so that the male don't have any kinds of male ego, and he feel like that okay, these are also humans. We can easily like um, be with them. I mean, not only
Scarlett, your
this.
time's up.
Okay.
So much, Scarlett, for your answers. Sherliey?
So, Scarlett, your second question is that what could be the following step taken by the parents of the children to teach them that gender-based equality is the necessity for the societal benefits, okay, or betterment?
Uh, yeah, thank you so much for the question. It's really most important thing all the parents implement in their household. The very first thing is, in the very beginning, don't discriminate between the children. If the girl have to wash her dish after having the food, do the same thing. Tell the son as well, like you also have to wash your dish after having your food. Then what the male, I mean the son, realized like okay, daughter and son both are same. They are not different. They are doing the same thing. If the girl have to maintain the room, clean the things, then the boy also have to do the same thing. No discrimination. If the boy have to go out and carry something from outside of the shop, the girls also have to do the same. If these things happen from very beginning, then the discrimination discrimination between the male and female will turn into end. I mean, why do feel like hesitate to go out and purchase something? I mean, even if a boy can do that, the girl also do. And if a girl can do the mopping, cleaning, everything, then the boy also can. If the girl like to prepare the food, tell the boy as well to prepare the food. If these things happen from very beginning, then they think like that, okay, all are same, there's nothing like male female different. Even though body is different, the we can say hormones
Okay.
are different, so the body structures are different.
Time's up.
It's true that
Yeah,
boys are
that's it.
masculine, but even though, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Scarlett. Now it would be Lord's turn. Lord himself, are you there?
Yes, Eden, I'm here.
Okay. So, your question is, what challenges do women face in reporting workplace harassment, and how can organizations create safer environment? Shall I repeat?
Primarily, no, it's good. Primarily, the kind of challenges faced by the women in corporate setting is that sometimes they are not trusted by their superiors because corporate structure is still a male-dominated arena. So it happens sometimes that the superior authority whom they are complaining to, they do not trust their complaints, and therefore they get unchallenged. Also, there is another aspect to this problem is that sometime it has been noticed in recent years a lot many times that false harassment cases are also being filed to actually set the personal scores or take revenge on the co-employee, which actually in turn reduces the credibility of women. And even though it is true that most of the cases, more than 90% of the cases are true regarding the harassment, no woman will actually lie about it. But still, these few fake cases make so much of a noise that it just becomes very hard for the co-employees and the other male in general to actually support them. So trust is the foremost issue. And in terms of improvement, we can actually expect the women who do not so misuse such laws which are intended to defend them, and also the males to be more neutral and more, you can say,
Okay,
accepting and sympathetic towards their problem.
all right. Since you answered that there are some cases which are false, here I would like to ask you another question, that there are cases where like culprits are proven guilty, yet victims need to face different kind of discrimination or abrupt behavior from the society, as it shows that victim is someone who did something wrong after surviving. Not only victim, but also the family need to face that kind of behavior. What would be the one message you would like to deliver to those kind of people who show this kind of behavior towards the person who need utmost care and need the support of the people?
Well, that is a very unfortunate thing that still happens in our country, although the situation has improved a lot. Like in my initial speech as well, I mentioned that earlier, even talking about this topic was a taboo, and victim blaming was the general approach towards the situation. But today we are a more liberal society, and the kind of vocal as well as the practical support that any victim gets if they come out in public and accuse them, that is just, you can say, not comparable to the other situation, but still there are parts of India, in rural India especially, where honor killings are done. I mean, kind of imagine the pain of a person who actually went through such a horrific crime, and then even their family are not even supporting them. They are also trying to kill them so that they will actually save their honor. I mean, what kind of nonsense is this? My only message to these kind of people is that your daughters, your sisters, and your mothers, they are not safe unless you are actually not treating them as humans. This sort of behavior, this sort of victim blaming is inhumane. It was not a choice of the woman or the victim to go through such a crime. It was the perpetrator who actually perpetrated it upon them. So, for society, that is the message that we should not condemn the victim. We should actually condemn the criminal and ask for the speedy justice. So that is very unfortunate. Although the good news, as I mentioned, is that it has reduced, so much reduced. Now, the voices which are actually blaming the victim are in the minority. They are not the majority. Thank you, Aiden. Good questions.
Yes. Okay. Now, Swam, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Like the previous participant said one word honor, here is the question for you, that how do cultural stigmas around honor and shame continue to justify violence against women, particularly in the case of honor killing and forced marriage?
Yeah, so talking about the social stigma that you pointed out here is that if you are going to see historically, we have seen that the society is the subject of evolution, but till a very large extent we have seen that the some scriptures on the our social practices that we are taking on our head and we are moving forward. So, child marriage is one of them, and honor kill is another of them, which was greatly prevalent in the western part of the world. Simultaneously, it is also going in different parts of the world. So the thing is that when we accept the confidence without the clarity, the honor killing is going to promote it. But the day we are going to bring a clarity one step forward comparing to the confidence, that is going to be minimized. Yeah.
Okay. So, do you think that grassroots movements or those organizations, communities that has been made for the protest or to get the justice for the victim who is either deceased or is a survivor, do you think that those uh, institutions or grassroots movements or any community is doing fair job, like whatever they are seeking for,
Okay.
they are getting it from the system, or still no response from the system, but it's just a movement or a revolution?
Can you make the in the crux? I'm not able to exactly.
What
Can you
I
repeat
mean
the
to
question
say
if it
here
can?
is that, yeah, I'm repeating. Here I want to say there are grassroots movements, okay? There are some communities, there are some organizations like communities made for the protest or justice of the victim, right? There are some organization made for these kind of women who has faced injustice or any kind of harassment or something which is severe, right? So they are doing their job fairly well. They are trying to seek justice, they are trying to seek something from the government, okay, for the crime. But do you think that they are getting proper response from the government or the system that they are seeking for? Like every time government respond or not respond, or some of the cases are just never open.
Right.
That is my question. I hope you understood now.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. 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 Thank you very much for repeating the question. So we have seen over the period of time, because when we come about the NGOs and different types of institutions who they are really working for minimizing the case and the incidents which are arising in the society and for doing the protest. We have seen the institution has failed. We have seen there would have been a delay in the institution, but simultaneously we have also seen there was a process of evolution that this motherland has followed since our independence. We have formulated the strict law. We have made the law after the in 2018-19 after the Nirbhaya incidents. So over the period of time, these institutions has contributed in a very beautiful manner for bringing the strict law, but not direct but indirect manner. There are some fundamental flaws which are already existing in current situation, because sometimes the government is not able to be controlled if we are with the small number. So something that is required to be focused upon, that is the area of creating the checks and control by bringing the population. So here comes the role of the big society who can really help those types of institutions for bringing the transformation.
All right. Okay. Thank you for answer. Now it's Krishna's turn. Krishna, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay. So my question to you is that we all are aware about Nirbhaya's case, and many of the participants in the speech, as well as in this GD, has mentioned this case frequently, right? So, how do you think Nirbhaya's case in Delhi impacted public awareness and legal reforms regarding violence against women in India? Shall I repeat?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Nirbhaya's case, how do you think Nirbhaya's case in Delhi impacted public awareness and legal reforms regarding violence against women in India?
Yes, I think it impacts a lot after Nirvya's incident. We can say that there are so many safety apes we have made it, and if I talk about transportation, so in Delhi we can see in in DTC bus there is a marshal after Nirbhaya's case, so we are uh, securing the safety protocols of women. And if I talk about the legal reforms, so India has made so many legal reforms in terms of these heinous crimes and all. But the problem is we are not implementing all those reform and laws. So I think we need to work more on strengthening such legal reforms. Like strict law should be there, and we can say fast track court should be there so that um, culprit they will have some fear that while committing such kind of crime. So I think after that incident, awareness is there, but still the mentality of this kind of culprits it is not changed. So we need to change this kind of mentality. We need to work on education or awareness that we all are equal. We need to treat them equally, both the genders. So I think then we can overcome this issue, deal with this issue.
Okay. So, like we are all aware that media is a part of our life, right? So, how do you think media influence societal perception about women's uh, or the gender roles in the society? I repeat that how
No, ma'am, I
media
got it.
influence.
Hmm.
Yeah, proceed.
Okay, so your question was that how media influence societies. So I think yes, media has
That's right.
influenced us a lot, and but what I believe that if I talk about the influence, so it is 70% it is in negative way. We can see that from Hindi songs by like which kind of songs they are making, and we can see in songs that they are doing women objectification in their songs, and it influences us a lot. So I think instead of making such kind of movies, so I don't want to take names of these kind of movies and songs, but we already aware of this. So instead of doing this kind of making this kind of movies and songs, they need to work on women empowerment. They need to spread the awareness of feminism, that what is feminism, and they need to make such uh, we can say informative or encouraging movies so that our generation will get inspired by their movies. But they are making such vulgar kind of movies which have impacted us a lot. And same goes to YouTubers as well. There are many YouTubers. They are they are doing the women objectification. They are doing, and we can say that if I talk about the language, so
Yeah, time's up.
In Indian society they are using abusing language and they are using only girls' names. So I
Listener,
think
time's up. Moyon, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, let me repeat the same question for you. That how does the fear of dowry related violence affect women's and their decision making in marriage?
Okay. So I personally believe that if someone's take dowry and the girl is mentally in the laws of in her law's home, she was mentally and physically tortured about his dowry about her dowry, because if once her father gives some dowry, and after they repeat the same thing again and again, they want some more money, more things from that girl. And if the girl if the girl ask these things from her father and from her parents, so I mean she knows the condition of her parents. If she again and again ask the same thing, and they are not capable to give the all the things all again and again, then they tortured the girls, and they try to physically abuse that girl. And sometimes in the cases, I heard about a case, the mother-in-law of that daughter, she brutally killed that girl because of the dowry system. And I think because we are a girl, we should be independent before the marriage. And I think we should educated. I mean, girl, education is something that cannot be stolen and cannot be taxed by anyone. The way, I mean, the more we spend, the more we becomes, the more we get. So education is something, and we should be independent from our own feet. This is very important for a girl. Before marriage, we should be independent. Thanks. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Since you mentioned independent, what do you think that happen if a woman is having lack of education as well as financially dependent on a man? Okay. So what would be the challenges that women need to face in the marriage?
Okay. If a girl is not educated and not independent for her own feet, then she would face many challenges. I mean, her husband abuse her for her education, and the man will beat her. I mean, the man can do anything with her, and she can't do anything because she dependent on her husband. And if she told these things to her parents, their parents suggest her to stay with your partner, because now I mean, now you are married, so it's your responsibility to be with her, to be with him. However, your husband, you should be with him. And so I and the other thing, he will do he whatever he wants to do something with you, and you are not stop him. I mean, he will beat you, he will abuse you, he will use you, misuse you. I mean, he will say, just go and stay with another man. I mean, I have heard some in rural areas, there are some men, they send their wife to another man for the money. And if they said to you, do this kind of thing, you should go to do these things, and you are not capable to stop your husband. So I think before marriages, it is very important to be independent for everyone. So the violence against the woman has reduced in many levels, because the violence against a woman, there are so many crimes like marital rapes, domestic violence, harassment, molestation, sexual assault, gang rapes, and acid attacks. There are many things. Unless it's too big. Okay, thank you so much.
Hands up. Okay. So, last participant, Samira, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So, what impact, the question goes like this: what impact has the digital age had on crimes like cyber stalking and revenge porn, particularly targeting women, and how are legal system adapting to these challenges?
Can you please repeat?
Yes, sure. What impact has digital age had on crimes like cyber stalking and revenge porn, particularly targeting women, and how are legal systems adapting to these kind of challenges?
You mean legal reforms, right? How
Yes,
it's
legal
important, or
reforms
likewise, yeah, how it's
against.
impacting. Yeah, I got it. That's a
Okay.
good point. I think so. Um, Actually, legal forms are important, but laws alone, I mean, these laws are alone can't change behavior. Okay, so we need to complement legal changes with grassroots efforts like community programs that educate people about respect and equality. So it's about creating an environment where laws are enforced and social norms are positive. We need to teach it to our people, and I think we need to increase this counseling among our people, and especially for the children's, because they're growing is the time to learn, because they're whatever they're looking at, they're experiencing. So among through this environment, they're learning how to react, how to speak, how to react, and how to behave. So we should start from that root level in constructing our society, and to make our environment more healthier and safer for our women. I think so.
Okay. So, last, like, second question to you, that if women support women, then women will always be empowered. do you think that if mother supports their daughter to get the financial independent, also financial
Sorry.
independence, also the motivate them to get the self-defense kind of skills, do you think that it would be more important for them rather than just teaching them that what clothes they should wear, how to speak, what why they need to learn to cook, okay, these kind of things? I
Oh,
know
that's a
question
good point.
was
Yeah. I think so. Like, no, I, totally disagree with that. We should not be like that to our children. Like, yeah, if I, whenever I become a mother, I would really let my beloved like girl, like, yeah, you can go, you can do, like, I would love to let her do, let her like spark, okay, let her glitter the way she wants. Okay, I just can remember about the novel. There's a Jamaica. Okay, there's a she was, yeah, it's an imaginary mother, Jamaica. She was treating her girl, hey, don't walk like a sloth, don't wear like this. Okay, yeah, I really disagree with these points. Okay, but yeah, of course, we should encourage our children. We should encourage, especially for the daughters, so that they can be, I mean, like strong enough in their, I mean, when it's about financial, especially. Okay, so when women have financial independence, they are less vulnerable to abuse and exploitation. So we need more programs that support women in getting jobs, starting businesses, and accessing resources. Economic strength gives women more control over their lives and can help reduce and risk they faces. Okay, so I must teach. I must love to teach these stuffs to my child, of course, as a mother, as an ideal mother, of course. Yeah, I do like that.
all
Thank you.
right. So yes, here the question answer the devil's advocate round ends, and